So you want to speak like an American or a Canadian when you speak English. Can I tell you a secret? One of the best ways to learn and improve that American or Canadian accent that you want to have is to listen to native speakers and imitate them, because it can take time and effort to really listen and hear different characteristics of the accent you are trying to learn. And it also takes practice, so as you listen, notice, and then repeat, you start to develop more and more the proper pronunciation. I'm not just talking about repeating words. Yes, it is good to repeat different words and to really master the pronunciation of different words. However, it is equally important to repeat after native speakers when they're speaking in sentences. This is because the pronunciation of a word can change depending whether it is alone or if it's in a sentence. And in order to speak like a native English speaker, we don't just pronounce the words correctly, but we also use the different rhythms and intonations of the language. So in this video, I will be sharing 10 phrases. I will start off by pronouncing the words word by word and then repeating them as a phrase and as a sentence. You will repeat and imitate everything that I say and try to say it exactly like I say it. And not only that, please exaggerate when you imitate what I say. This will feel super unnatural, but this will really help you to master the pronunciation and the accent you want to have. Let's get started. How are you doing? Put it together and you'll hear, how are you doing? How are you doing? How are you? How are you? How are you doing? You doing? And you'll notice you won't always hear how are, you might see how are you doing? Good job. And although the correct response is actually I'm fine and not I'm good, you'll hear a lot of English speakers say I'm good. So I will use this example. So I am good and you. Put the I am together, so I'm good. I'm good, and you? And you? I'm good. And you? And you? I'm good, and you? Response. I am good. Thanks for asking. And we're going to put I'm, so I'm good. Thanks for asking. I'm good. Thanks for asking. So you'll hear that the for turns into for a lot of the times. For asking. For asking. Thanks for asking. Thanks for asking. I'm good. Thanks for asking. What are you doing? Put it together. What are you doing? What are you doing? You notice that the what are turns into what are. It's almost like a D. What are? What are? What are you doing? You doing? What are you doing? Response. I am working on a project. Put the I am together. I'm. Put it together. I'm working on a project. I'm working on a project. On a project. On a project. So I'm working on a project. Working on a project. I'm working on a project. Next question. What about you? You'll notice that what about turns into what about? What about? So the T turns into a D sound. What about you? What about you? Sometimes you'll hear Americans or Canadians saying chew, about you. What about you? What about you? Or you might hear, what about you? What about you? It's good to know that these can be pronounced different ways so that when you hear it, you know exactly what they're saying. Answer, I am about to go to the mall. And I am about will turn into I'm about. I'm about. And then to go turns into to go. And to the mall turns into to the mall. To the mall. The mall. To the mall. Put it together. I'm about to go to the mall. I'm about to go to the mall. I'm about to go to the mall. To the mall. I'm about to go to the mall. Good job. That was hard. Oh, it was nice to see you. Sometimes you'll hear that it was will turn into twas. Twas. 'Twas nice. 'Twas nice to see you. To see you. To see you. It was nice to see you. It was nice to see you. Response. Agreed. We should go for coffee sometime. You'll hear that the for will turn into for in the middle of a sentence. For coffee sometime. For coffee sometime. Agreed. We should go for coffee sometime. For coffee sometime. We should go for coffee sometime. Agreed. We should go for coffee sometime. Response. I'm busy this week. We should have gone last week. When you listen, you'll hear that should have will turn into should've, or shoulda in spoken English. Let's put it together. I'm busy this week. I'm busy this week. This week. Notice how it's this week. This week. I'm busy this week. I'm busy this week. We should have gone last week. We should have gone last week. We shoulda. We should have gone last week. Last week. Week. We should have gone last week. But, hey, I don't have a lot of time. You'll hear that a lot of will turn into a lotta. A lotta. A lot of time. A lot of time. So I don't have a lot of time. And sometimes with don't, you may not hear that t in spoken English. So you might hear, I don't have a lot of time. I don't have a lot of time. But you might also hear, I don't have a lot of time. Let's put it together. But hey, I don't have a lot of time. But hey, I don't have a lot of time. And instead of saying, I have to go, a lot of the times English speakers will say, I gotta go. I gotta go. Or gotta go, bye. But hey, I don't have a lot of time. Gotta go, bye. But hey, I don't have a lot of time. Gotta go, bye. If you like this video and you want to continue to practice speaking with an American or a Canadian accent, click this playlist right here. Or if you would like some tips on how to learn the English language, feel free to click here. But I don't have a lot of time, so I gotta go. Bye.